Hi, this is Chris and this is Riding Reviews. Today we're going to look at my own personal Vectrix VX1 electric scooter. This bike is classed as a 125cc, but it has a power output of a 400. This bike is restricted to 70 miles an hour and it gets there quick. This was the nickel metal hydride version and I bought this bike for £100 off of Facebook. It had an issue when I bought it, and the issue was that the temperature sensor, the front temperature sensor board was malfunctioning, and it was saying that the battery was always too hot. With these bikes they have a safety feature that if the battery gets hot, it deactivates the charging system, which means that you can't charge it. Also, when I got this bike it was completely dead, and you can't charge these bikes unless it is at least 90 volt. So the way I got around with this, I put 8 motorbike batteries in series and just got it up to 90 volt really quickly, so that the charger would activate after I repaired it, so that the charger would activate and it would charge itself. On average, from a standard charge takes 2 to 3 hours. When I first put this on charge it took 8 hours. So because this bike was fairly old, the miles you could get out of it was about 21. But as I say, this was my personal bike and I did like it. So the bike is very quick getting to the mark, and you can de-restrict them, but I think it's quite a technical process. The other things you can do with these bikes is get I think it's 6 or 7 Nissan Leaf batteries and put them in instead. They are lithium, so they do last a little bit longer, well, quite a lot longer, and you would be able to get a lot more distance out of them. If you are planning to attempt this on your own, it does state that in the booklets that if you do try this you will die a horrible death, the world will come to an end and you will probably electrocute your cat. This is not so much the issue. If you do get it wrong you can electrocute yourself and you will probably die, but if you take a lot of precautions then you don't really need to worry about it too much. Other thing to check for if you're bringing one of these back from the dead is making sure that you keep a temperature sensor at it and don't leave it alone, because if they do get hot they can explode because they are a sealed battery unit. This bike comes with 120 single cells at 2.3 volts each. Sorry about that was my phone. So this is a huge bike. It's got masses of storage underneath the seat and it comes with a rather large top box on the back. You can get at least 2 helmets under the seat and whatever else you need. It comes with a 240 volt charging system built in, which has I think is a 5 meter cable. These bikes are getting quite old now for this model anyway. There are quite a few new models out at the minute. So when you first come up to this bike, to start it you have to hold in both brakes and press the start button, and then it all boots up and goes through its and what flips. It does have a battery indicator on the right hand dial, and it has diagnostic and tells you what charging process and all that sort of stuff on the left hand side. As I said previous, according to the DVLA this is classed as a 125cc bike. It really isn't. It's the equivalent to a 400cc, it's just restricted at 70 miles an hour. Headlights on this are the standard H4 35-35, so there's two of them, so it is really bright. It has fairly small wheels on this, I believe they're 15-inch. It is an extremely heavy bike, it must weigh somewhere in the region of 250 to 300 kilos. Good thing with this is you do not have to pay any road tax because it is an electric vehicle. The only thing really that can go wrong with this on the MOTs is obviously wear and tear, so your tyres, your brake pads, brake discs, suspension, and that is pretty much it. On a side note, why is it that everybody decides to text you when you're trying to make a video? Something to think about. This bike does have a diagnostic port, so you can get all technical on it. I believe it's called a cat cable you need to diagnose anything on this, and it does come up with a full display of all different diagnostics, same as a car diagnostic system, but it's not an OBD. So as I said, when I bought this bike I paid £100 off of Facebook. It cost me £80 to get the part. The part had to come from Poland, but you had to purchase it in America, so that was a bit of a kerfuffle, and it did take 3 weeks for it to get there. I did actually put this up as an eBay ad, and I sold it for £750. The gentleman who wanted to buy it off me did ask if I could fit it in the back of a car. I said that you wouldn't be able to pick it up. He still tried. So would I recommend this bike for anybody? I definitely would, but I would make sure on the battery life and miles beforehand. It will state that there is more, it will do more miles to the charge. This one said that it would do 130 miles to the charge, but as you ride around and it figures out how much power you're actually draining from the battery, it usually comes down by quite a lot. So the best thing I suggest you do is when you go and see these bikes, if it doesn't work, buy it cheap. If it does work, take it around the block, at least 5 miles or so that you can check whether the battery meter goes down by a lot. But even better, if you can get one with a Nissan Leaf upgrade, then you're laughing. You're generally going to be paying about £3,000 for a Nissan Leaf upgrade, so you're looking at £4,000 for the bike with that done. These bikes are a lot of fun. You can twos up on them with no issues. I don't believe there's a dealer for these in the UK. I believe you have to get them from Europe. But if you can get hold of one second hand, I would definitely recommend it. I sold this bike, I think I regret selling it. I think I would have rather kept it and just mess about with it, because it was fun. You get on it, you ride, it was very stable, very comfortable bike. It's like a Honda, an armchair on wheels. Generally this is the sort of thing I do. I will buy something that's broken, clapped out, fix it up and sell it on. so later on we may be having some of those videos. So now that you've listened to me ramble on about this lovely bike for 10 minutes, if you're still there, well done, congratulations for getting to the end of my video. So if you've got any comments, please comment below, please like my page, and please subscribe. And as always, ride safe.